Now welcome to another edition of News from Naboo with Thor's Lightning Takes. And let's get right to the news.
Alright, first up we found out that Light and Magic on Disney Plus is getting a second season.
Oh.
Yeah, the first season was like 6 episodes. It kind of covered the entire history of the company.
Yeah.
Which was really cool.
Very interesting. I'd definitely recommend it, yeah.
It's just interesting to see how filmmaking and stuff has evolved over the years. With the things their company did that was so, different than what we would have pictured.
Well, they're groundbreakers, essentially.
But the Boba Fett designer, the Star Wars concept artist, visual effects technician, Joe Johnson, he's the one where this news is coming from. He's the one who kind of confirmed it. He was sharing memories and stuff, and there was a discussion where he indicated that a second season is on the horizon. He said, "One day this wooden crate arrived. We opened it up, and it was the Boba Fett, the white plastic Boba Fett suit that Ralph McQuarrie and I had been working on designing, and George said, we don't have enough in the budget for 5,000 super troopers. So let's take this guy and turn him into a bounty hunter." So I went to Lucas's assistant, Jane Bay, and I said, "I need a place to paint this thing." And she handed me a set of keys and said, "George just leased a building in San Rafael. It's empty. You can have any room you want." So I put the suit on the ground to paint it. The other day, Friday actually, we shot our last 3210 interview for the Light and Magic Season 2 documentary in this very stage right here. So I feel like I'm sort of the bookends for the life of ILM. Because as you recall, this studio earlier this month here in October, 3210 Studios, which was the home of the George Lucas Theater and ILM model and practical effects shop, it closed up shop for good.
Very sad.
It is sad. I am excited, though, that they're doing a second season of this.
Yeah.
The first season was amazing. It was a linear narrative explaining the history of the company, the development of the first 2 Star Wars films, the rise in prestige for ILM, and they're saying that the second season will be, adjusted. It's going to be seen more like a regular documentary series, focusing on specific concepts instead of just covering the unique history of the company in chronological format. So you're going to get breakdowns of specific parts of the company that are interesting.
Yeah, should be good.
Should be. Next, we kind of found this funny clip. It was an old George Lucas interview. He was talking about how he was treated when he was filming the first Star Wars movie. He shot it in London, and apparently the cast treated him very badly, the crew.
Yeah, the crew, yeah.
The crew. Because it was nobody really liked him, so 5:30 was quitting time, and they would vote. And if everyone voted they didn't want to stay or finish up whatever they're doing, they literally just shut the power off at 5:30 and walked away, regardless of what George wanted, even though it was his movie. The crew would just be like, "Oh, 5:30, shut the power off, goodbye, see you tomorrow."
It's so funny to always hear what people thought of Star Wars before it became Star Wars, those who worked on it or read the scripts or acted in it, whatever it might be. How nobody thought this was going to be, nobody thought it was silly.
No.
It's going to be this flop, essentially. And here it is, all these years later, and it's still...
Can you imagine looking back going, yeah, I worked on that crew.
Yeah, I remember shutting off the power on George Lucas. Yeah. And then you watch the prequels, the behind the scenes there, nobody was shutting off the power.
No, they're like, let's keep going.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people doing exactly what George wanted by the time that rolled. I'm sure by The Empire Strikes Back, too, he was already much more in control of things, shall we say.
But he said it was funny that the British crew kind of believed that what he was making was stupid, and that it was a really bad version of Doctor Who.
It's a bad version of Doctor Who.
Well, can you imagine before any of the post, special effects or anything are added? You're like, there's this Wookiee walking around, random aliens, and is this supposed to be Doctor Who? Because this is bad.
Yeah, can you imagine just watching that being filmed, how goofy it would have looked?
With no, music.
No, the music,
no
of course.
Special effects. It's just they shoot in the cantina scene, they're like, what the hell is this? Doctor Who? Because, of course, what else would they compare it to? Doctor Who, finding lots of aliens.
Yeah, actually, it compares quite well to the old school Doctor Who.
I agree.
Yeah, maybe Star Wars is a little better, but I'm a fan of Doctor Who, but it's no Star Wars, let's be honest.
Right, next we found out that there is a all-new, all-ages Star Wars original graphic novels are coming from Dark Horse Comics. It's a unique series of books. It's going to kick off with Star Wars Hyperspace Stories Qui-Gon, written by George Mann, who writes a lot of the High Republic books and so on.
Yeah, he does.
It's going to be coming in April 2024. Mann is very excited to be getting his hands on Qui-Gon. He looks at him as like an icon of the prequel era.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's a joy for him to be able to add to his story. He says expect everything from lightsaber battles to creepy investigations, from dark side sects to familiar faces, as we check in on Qui-Gon at 3 pivotal moments in his life, venturing to the streets of Jeddah as a Padawan, to the distant world of Sarosha as a lonesome Jedi Knight, and deep into the wreck of an ancient spaceship as a Jedi Master. Count Dooku, young Obi-Wan, it's all here. Plus, of course, the most gorgeous art from Andrea and Gigi.
I trust you said dark side sect?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Sect.
Yeah, I got.
I feel like I have
that.
to like put that word.
Though the other option probably would have made for an interesting book as well.
Oh, probably not one that's meant for all
No,
ages.
not all ages. Certainly not that. But no, this sounds pretty cool. I'm a huge fan of Qui-Gon Jinn.
Right, and I'm interested to see more of his time as a Padawan under Count Dooku.
Yeah, I liked the little bit we got in Tales of the Jedi so far.
Right, and going to Jeddah with him, which has always been like a Force city.
Yeah, Jeddah City. Yeah.
Yeah.
We see it a lot in the High Republic Phase 2. Or Jeddah quite a bit.
Right, it's where they have like the council where all different people who believe in different aspects of the Force kind of come together to talk.
Basically, yeah.
Like a religious conclave in a way.
In a way, yeah, that's kind of what it was.
So it's very interesting. I want to hear more about this story. They're saying things like bringing together clues over the years to help Qui-Gon complete the puzzle of some of the Force's many mysterious followers. Whatever the Brotherhood of the Ninth Door is. Secret Force abilities could be a great ally to a Jedi. And I believe they're actually going to have a young Obi-Wan in there. A young, hot Obi-Wan.
Hello there.
Yeah, back when I had his Mountain Dew can.
I had it too. I had all of the cans.
That
was a nightmare collecting those, buying 12 packs of soda you had no intention of drinking for some of the flavors.
I just had Obi-Wan.
No, I had all of them. I don't even know what happened to them. It's kind of sad. You had to punch a hole in the bottom and drain the cans.
Super fun.
Yeah. No, not at all.
No. Alright, let's move on to News This Week and Star Wars, etc. It's a quiet week this week for Star Wars. On Wednesday, for comics, it's Star Wars number 40. Because they just keep marching forward.
Yep.
And we'll have voice chat at 8 p.m. Central Time. Once again, because we have Thursday Loki Season 2, Episode 5 at 8 p.m. It is the second to last episode of Loki.
It is.
I have been enjoying Loki so far. I'm curious to see how they're going to pick up after last week's cliffhanger.
Yeah, we didn't do a review Wednesday night.
That's Thor's fault.
Kinda, yeah.
Kinda, yeah. Be straight with him.
Kinda, yeah. That's as much blame as I'll take for it. Kinda, yeah.
Hey, I was ready.
You were ready.
And you were like, I'm tired.
I don't think I said that.
No. But I can't remember what you said, so that's what I'm placeholdering.
Yeah, I think we had a lot of other things to get done as well, so it was kind of like, do we want to try to squeeze this out and maybe not put out the best video possible? And we said no, or I kind of said no, let's just...
Yeah, you did, because I was like, let's do it.
I know.
I don't care,
You're
tired,
a trooper.
not tired.
You're a trooper. You will work yourself to death, literally.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's going to be all we got for you this time. Now it is your turn to take to the comments below and tell us what you think of any and all of today's news, and let's talk some Star Wars. And until next time... Thanks for watching.